Welcome to A Journey Through Time. Today, I'm sharing an epic story full of adventure, mystery, and incredible discoveries. The Time Walker. Follow Dr. Elias Voss as he tests the limits of science and faces different eras of Earth, from the age of dinosaurs to the far future. Get ready to leap across time with every moment the Time Walker. In a hidden underground laboratory beneath the bustling city of Novaris, the air was thick with ozone, and silence reigned, except for the low hum of electricity. Dim lights flickered above a vast chamber filled with tangled wires, humming monitors, and massive cylindrical coils pulsing with blue energy. At the center stood Dr. Elias Voss, a man in his late 30s, lean, disheveled, and brilliant beyond his time. His eyes were sunken from sleepless nights, but they glowed with obsession. In front of him rested a magnificent creation, the chronocore, a sleek metallic sphere surrounded by orbiting golden rings. The device levitated gently, emitting a faint mechanical chime like a ticking clock echoing from another dimension. Elias's fingers hovered over a holographic panel. His hands trembled slightly, not from fear, but from the weight of what he was about to do. Years of ridicule, isolation, and theoretical impossibilities had brought him to this exact moment.
History is just a hallway, and I'm about to open every door.
He pressed the final activation command. Instantly, the room exploded in light. The chronocore whirred, its rings spinning faster, generating a vortex of luminous particles. Alarms blared. The control screens flashed red. Error, temporal stability compromised, coordinates unknown.
No, stabilize.
But it was too late. With a deafening crack, a burst of lightning surged from the core, consuming him in a blinding spiral of energy. He screamed, but no one heard it. His body shimmered, bent, and then he vanished. The land before time. When Elias regained consciousness, the air was thick with heat and moisture. The light was strange, brighter, almost yellowish. He opened his eyes slowly. He was lying on a bed of moss. Trees towered above him, taller and older than anything he'd ever seen. Massive ferns surrounded him like prehistoric walls, and the distant roar of something not human echoed through the jungle.
What is this place?
Then he saw it. A pteranodon, its leathery wings stretched wide, soared across the sky, casting a long shadow over the jungle floor. Its screech pierced the air.
No way, no freaking way.
He wasn't in another country. He wasn't in another century. He was in another epoch. A low growl made him freeze. From the underbrush, a pack of velociraptors emerged. Slim, muscular, intelligent eyes gleaming. They moved like ghosts, circling him slowly, their claws clicking against stone and root. Elias turned and ran. The jungle was a blur. Vines lashed at his face. Mud pulled at his boots. Behind him, the raptors hissed and barked, sprinting like devils, gaining fast. He crashed through a clearing and tripped. His hands hit the ground. He rolled over, staring up as the raptors closed in. Their eyes locked on him, teeth bared. Then, vroom! A blue spiral of light burst from behind him. The chronocore, glowing and alive again, hovered mid-air, its rings spinning faster than before. A portal ripped open, sucking wind and leaves into its spinning center. The raptors paused, hesitated. Elias leapt toward the light, and just as a raptor lunged for his leg, he vanished once more. He hit the ground hard, coughing dust. Gone was the jungle's humidity. Now there was only dry air, firelight, and rough voices. He was in a Stone Age village. Half-naked warriors circled him, shouting in an unknown language. Spears pointed at his face. They dragged him to their chief, a tall man with bones in his hair and eyes like flint. Elias was forced to his knees.
I'm not your enemy.
But they didn't understand. In a panic, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a metal lighter. He flicked it. A flame danced in his palm. The villagers gasped. The chief dropped to one knee. The crowd knelt. They thought he was a god. Over the next few days, Elias used his magic to win their trust. He taught them how to make better spears, how to boil water. He was safe, for now. But the chronocore had other plans. Its rings began spinning again. A soft hum returned. Another jump was coming. He stared at it, heart heavy. He didn't want to leave, but he knew. He didn't belong here either. The next jumps were chaotic. Elias barely had time to breathe between eras. He landed in ancient Egypt, where priests called him a messenger of the sun god and tried to bury him alive in a tomb of gold. He escaped into another jump and fell into a Viking raid, axes swinging, ships burning. He fought beside a shield maiden, saving her life before being yanked away. In feudal Japan, he trained under a wandering samurai who saw his machine as a demon. He learned to fight, to focus, to move silently like wind. He even landed in war-torn Europe, ducking between tanks and soldiers. At one point, a German officer almost confiscated the chronocore, thinking it was a bomb. Each world changed him. Each era taught him, But still, the machine had one more twist of fate waiting. The boy in the window. The portal opened into a quiet neighborhood, 1990s. Earth. Suburbia. He stood in front of a small brick house with a yellow bike on the porch. He knew this place. He'd been here before. He looked through the window. Inside, a boy sat on the floor, building a small robot from scrap parts. The boy laughed to himself, proud of his creation. Elias's heart stopped. That boy was him, 8 years old, full of dreams. He stood motionless, eyes filled with tears. Watching his younger self stirred something he thought he had lost. Hope. Then the boy looked up. Their eyes met. It was only a second. But it changed everything. The next jump landed him in the far future. Glass towers reached the sky, drones soared, nature and technology lived side by side. There was no war, no hunger, no fear. He walked in awe through the city, people staring at him in recognition. Screens flashed with his face. Dr. Elias Voss, the father of time travel. He visited a museum filled with timelines, and there he found something stunning. A preserved chronocore marked Model 1. He stared at it.
This is mine.
But time was running out. The core was breaking down. Temporal rifts were appearing. If he didn't act, the timelines would collapse. Back in his lab, the beginning of it all. The machine landed him exactly where he left, just moments after his first disappearance. The lights flickered and smoke still hung in the air. Suddenly, the doors burst open. An older, future version of Elias walked in, holding blueprints, confidence in his eyes.
You made it, I always do.
They shook hands.
Let's fix time together.
If you enjoyed this journey through time, you can support me to keep creating more stories and amazing content on my channel. It's easy to do through Ko-Fi. Link is in the description. Every little support means the world to me and helps me continue sharing these adventures with you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with your friends so they can enjoy the adventure too.